turning into White Sands National Park. Very exciting. And we are going to stop at the gift shop because I need my national park sticker to put on the back of my trailer. So I'm going to run in and do that, and then we're going to go in and have some fun. Well, I just picked up my sticker, and I'm in the visitor center. It's a fascinating place here in White Sands. I've been here before. I used to live about 50 miles from here. But it's they call it White Sands, but it's actually gypsum. It just moves. It moves with the winds, and it's a very unique place in this world. So the cool thing about it is that, no pun intended, I guess, is that the sand stays cool. So even though it's 100 degrees outside, the sand or the gypsum will be cool to the touch, and you can actually sled down it like you're on snow. So we're going to do some sledding here. Like most national parks, you have to you go in the gate, and then there's quite a bit of driving till you actually get to where you want to go to. But you can see some of the dunes here in the distance. Where we're going to the dune sort of picnic area, we'll actually have dunes that are clear of any of most vegetation, and they'll probably be a little taller than these. But the dunes are a living, moving thing. They move according to the winds, and so you'll see that as we get further on. You'll see where they have to kind of keep cutting the road through as the dunes are moving to allow you to get to the dune area. So anyway, we'll come back in a few minutes when we get closer to where we're going to stop. Okay, you can probably hear the rattling in the background. We are now kind of see the clear dunes in the background, and we're actually in an area where they come in and regrade the road periodically, because we are an active dune movement area here. So we'll be there shortly, but really looking forward to sharing White Sands with you. It's one of my favorite places. So here is the dunes, and this is what they look like. So there's these kind of picnic areas that are around the dunes, and you can just pull up and just kind of set up your picnic. There's these little cabanas, which is pretty necessary because the heat can be pretty hot, and it can also be extremely windy as well. But it's a great place to come as a family, and just to enjoy just some fun on these sand dunes that really feel a lot like sledding on the snow, but without being cold and without having to bundle up. So just a great way to have some family fun that doesn't involve that. So you can see my family starting to go up the dunes with the snow disc. Those are probably the favorite thing to use out here, but I've seen people with sleds. I even saw somebody with an old snowboard once snowboarding down here. So just a great way to come and enjoy these sand dunes. It's really nice that the sand stays cool, so even when it's a warm day like it was today, you don't worry about burning your feet like maybe even you do at the beach where the sand gets very hot. This doesn't get hot. It stays cool through to the whole time. So there goes Axton, just about ready to go down the hill, and there he goes. I've never met pretty much anyone that didn't enjoy coming to White Sands and doing the sledding. There's Alakai and his daddy Robert watching Uncle David go down the hill. And there goes Elena down the hill. And here's yours truly thinking he's a big-time surfer. I'm going to go down on his... There, look what happens. Well, here's Amanda and Alakai going down the hill. Not going too fast, but having a lot of fun. And let's see what's happening up at the top of the hill. Oh, it looks like Robert's gonna try to go down. Is he gonna? Oh, I think he's gonna try to do it standing up. Let's see how he does here. Well, he's already done better than me. Oh, look at him. Yeah, way to go. Yeah, he definitely did a better job than I did. I landed on my face. Well, here's the view from the top of the dunes. Kind of gives you a little perspective of the size of the park. There are many of these coves around the dunes where the picnic areas are set up, and you can see the dunes kind of go for quite a bit in the distance. So it kind of can feel like a small park, and it never really feels crowded, but it can hold a lot of people, and it is bigger than it actually feels. But anyway, hopefully this gives you a little perspective to the size of the park, and it's just how far the dunes go as they go through the southern New Mexico desert out here near Alamogordo. So hopefully this helps you get a little perspective to the size of the park, and just how big and grand that these sand dunes really are. So here's me riding down the dunes. Well, my brother and I, we may not be kids anymore, but we still have to make a friendly competition out of things like sledding down the hill, but had a lot of fun. As it got to be evening, we all climbed up to the top of the dunes, and there was kind of a flat plateau there, and we used that to play a little football and play in the sand and just enjoy time together. When my girls were little and we lived in Las Cruces, we actually had a couple of birthday parties out here at White Sands. Just a great place to go and have family time and enjoy yourself. Well, sunset is definitely the most beautiful time at White Sands, and so here's as we start to wrap up our day here. Just take a look at the beautiful sunsets, and it's actually a relatively peaceful place, although there's a lot of action going on oftentimes with other families there. There's just a real peace about this place. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour of White Sands, and hope it encourages you to travel.